We already know that verb tense agreement means that all the verbs in a sentence are in the same tense. This means the actions happen at the same time. Let's now look at how changing the tense of one verb in a sentence can affect the meaning of the sentence. We'll start with a sentence that has verb tense agreement. The farmer grows potatoes, breeds sheep, and milks cows on his farm. The verbs are grows, breeds, and milks, and they're all in the present tense. It's a list of all the things that he does on his farm now, at the same time. So now let's change the tense of one of the verbs to see how it affects the sentence. The farmer grows potatoes, breeds sheep, and milks cows on his farm. This sounds a little bit odd. Which verb has changed? Well, breeds has become bred. So it's changed from the present tense to the past tense, while the other verbs are still in the present tense. So the tenses aren't the same, so we can say that there is verb tense disagreement. The aim of the sentence is to list the things that happen on the farm now, so all the activities need to be in the present tense. You'd have to write a separate sentence about things that the farmer used to do. Sometimes, though, you can change the tense of one verb and it can still be grammatically accurate, but the meaning of the sentence will change. Here's an example. Sam was worried that his hamster was sick. So the verbs are was worried and was sick, and they're both in the past tense, so we can say that there is verb tense agreement. Since they're both in the past tense, we know that the boy worrying and the hamster being unwell are both in the past. Now let's change one of the verbs. We'll change was worried to is worried. Sam is worried that his hamster was sick. There's no longer verb tense agreement, as is worried is in the present tense and was sick is in the past tense. But the sentence does still make sense, however the meaning has changed. So what's happening now? Well, Sam is worrying right now about the sickness that the hamster had in the past. Maybe he was sick a week ago or a month ago. Whenever it was, Sam is still worrying. By changing the tense of one verb, the meaning of the sentence has changed. Okay, let's have a look at one more example where you can change the tense of a verb to change the meaning of the sentence. Sally's favourite toy was the dog that wagged its tail. Here the verbs are was and wagged. They're both in the past tense, so there is verb tense agreement. Now let's change the tense of one of the verbs. Sally's favourite toy is the dog that wagged its tail. The verb was has been changed to is, so now the sentence has one verb in the present tense and one verb in the past tense. As a result, the meaning of this sentence is slightly different. In the first sentence, the dog used to be the favourite, but it isn't anymore, whereas in the second sentence, the dog is the favourite right now. So we can see that both sentences make sense, but they have slightly different meanings. So let's summarise. If the verbs take place at the same time, then there must be verb tense agreement. If the verbs don't take place at the same time, then the tenses may be different. Changing the tense of a verb in a sentence will affect the meaning of that sentence.